We have one bill to hear today, and it's a special order of business. And Representative Meeks, I see that you have already taken your seat at the end of the table. And if you will go ahead and proceed and present your bill, sir.
Thank you, Madam Chair, to the committee members and all the other honored and distinguished guests in this room. I do appreciate you allowing me to present my bill today. Before I begin, I would like to say that I talked to the chair, and she has asked me to focus on this particular bill and not some of the other extremities that might get discussed as far as health care is concerned. I have agreed, and I've asked the chair that if I go off on a rabbit trail, to make sure that you pull me back in. And of course, I would ask that if anybody else that is speaking goes off on an unrelated issue, that the chair pull them back in as well. Let me begin by emphasizing that this bill that I presented today does not nullify the national health care law passed by Congress, nor does it call on the governor or the attorney general to join the current legal challenges. In fact, if our state legislature does pass this bill into law, it would leave very large portions of the health care bill in place. So what does this bill do? The Freedom of Choice and Health Care Act will preserve and protect the right of all Arkansans to make their own health care and health insurance choices. Specifically, it would prohibit any individual or employer from being penalized for not purchasing government-defined health insurance, and it would protect their right to pay directly for medical care. First, it protects citizens who buy health insurance that the federal government doesn't like. Under current law in 2014, every one of us who buys health insurance that is not approved by the federal government, and everyone who doesn't have health insurance, is going to have to pay a $95 fine. In 2015, the fine will be $325, and in 2016, the fine will be $695. That's the minimum. Some people will pay more than that. My bill is going to protect people who want to make their own health insurance decisions and don't want to be forced into letting the federal government make health insurance decisions for them. Similarly, it protects employers who want to make their own health insurance decision, protects the right of healthcare providers who want to accept payment for healthcare service, and protects the workings of a private healthcare market. Second, it would protect your health insurance choices. Under current law, the mandate will eliminate many people's healthcare choices in just a few years. In fact, the Obama administration itself predicts that more than half of all employers and as many as 80% of small businesses will have to give up their current coverage because they will lose their right to buy their children health care by 2013 just because their existing policy does not comply with the mandate. The National Federation of Independent Business predicts that the Affordable Care Act's employer mandate will result in a loss of 1.6 million jobs by 2014, with 66% of those lost jobs coming from small businesses and an economy shrinkage of approximately $200 billion by 2013. Those mandates do terrible damage not only to our own freedom to make our own health care choices, but to the American and the Arkansas economy. Perhaps just as importantly for the legislators who are sitting in this room, the mandate is going to force more people into Medicaid in Arkansas who currently qualify but are unenrolled. And the federal government isn't going to pick up 1 penny of the state's cost. Although the federal government will fund the people who enter Medicaid because of the new eligibility changes, the federal government will not fund the state's share of the entrants into Medicaid who are currently qualified but unenrolled, nor will it fund the administrative costs created by the army of new Medicaid clients. By estimates, it will cost Arkansas at least $100 million more per year in Medicaid costs. If this goes